Hello, this is Mr. Huff. Let's take a moment to look at the Aery software. So you have these tabs here where you can adjust the main settings, the wing, the stabilizer, the vertical tail, and then you have some information about the plane. Okay? So here you can adjust the fuselage length. Notice all of these are in centimeters, so you need to keep that in mind. The wing location, the stabilizer location, the vertical tail location, and the mass at the nose. So if you are designing from a specification, you match these numbers to the specification. If you're designing on your own, you do what you want. For the wing, here you can adjust the span, the root chord, the taper ratio, which makes the angle here, the leading edge sweep angle, so you can actually sweep these wings if you want, and the velocity of the wind, and we'll use the standard velocity there. For the stabilizer, that's this little pink line right here. This is where you can adjust the span, the root chord, the taper ratio of this. Pay real close attention to the size of this. Last year I had some students that were not paying real close attention to the size that they were generating here, and they didn't have enough wood to make what their design needed. So keep that in mind. You will be working with limited resources. You need to make sure that everything fits. Well, that's actually the stabilizer vertical tail. Yeah, stabilizer. Sorry, that's the blue part, not the pink part. Vertical tail is the pink part. And again, this is the one you need to pay real close attention to because you can make it really giant or really small and not be able to actually produce it. So that's kind of an overview of these sliders. There are some points where if you click and drag across this incorrectly, it will move all of these as you move the mouse across. So be really careful to just do one adjustment at a time and be careful about clicking and dragging across things. Let's go through the menus here. So in the preferences, I just have everything turned on. We're using a single piece of wood. We're using scaling, and we're showing only the full glider view. And then we have the analysis here. This is, if you click this, it'll run an analysis on it, and it will tell you if it flies or not. And you can give it a name right here. So we're going to call it, I'm just going to call this one today's date and design one because, why not? But that can be anything you want. Give it a name you can recognize. You will be doing multiple designs here. So it's going to fly. It tells you that the stabilizer may be larger than necessary. The Aery number is what we saw last year. The higher that number was, the better the glider tended to do. However, there is a large separation between design and actually producing the aircraft or the glider so that it flies. And then you get to see the different dimensions and behaviors here. So there's a lot of information in here. And I will have some specific limits and guides for you to follow when you get to the glider design. So that's the analysis. And then file, you can save these designs so you can pull them up and use them later. I really, really recommend that. And then you can edit and save your configurations. And I think I have some defaults that we need to be using. This is what I have loaded right now. It says that we're using a piece of balsa, and here's some wingspan maximums and that sort of thing. And it has some things about density and fuselage. So if we need to make some adjustments on the configuration, this is where you go. So this is something you're going to spend some time with. It's clunky, it's old, but it's pretty cool. One last thing. Okay, reports. You need to be able to produce a report. And right here it says print plans. When you do that, it's going to say it has to be able to fly. So we're going to update. We're going to do this first. And then we're going to say print plans. 4 pages are going to be sent to your default Windows printer. And if you press OK, it's going to send those to the PLTW printer. Let's change our default to the PDF printer so we're not burning through a lot of paper. Okay, but it will print out all the parameters, and it will print out the templates and things that you need so that you can make your craft the way you've designed it. All right, that's enough about Aery for now.